The ultimate chocolate cake recipe, from novice to pro. Ever dream of baking a chocolate cake so moist, so rich, and so decadent that it leaves everyone speechless? Well, stop dreaming and start baking. This recipe is your golden ticket to chocolate cake perfection. This isn't just any chocolate cake recipe. It's a journey into the heart of baking bliss. We're going to create a classic, moist, and incredibly rich chocolate cake that will impress even the most discerning palates. This recipe is designed to be accessible for bakers of all skill levels, from those just starting out to seasoned pros. Whether you're a novice or an experienced baker, you'll find this recipe easy to follow and incredibly rewarding. The key feature of this recipe is its perfect balance of simplicity and sheer deliciousness. We're using straightforward techniques and readily available ingredients to create a cake that tastes like it came straight from a professional bakery. Let's gather our ingredients. Having everything prepped and measured will make the baking process smooth and enjoyable. Remember, quality ingredients make a difference in the final product. For the cake itself, we'll need a few key ingredients that work together to create that perfect texture and flavor. Each ingredient plays a vital role in the final outcome. You'll need 2 cups of all-purpose flour. This forms the structure of our cake, providing the necessary framework. Make sure to measure accurately for the best results. Next, we'll use 2 cups of granulated sugar. This not only sweetens the cake, but also contributes to its moistness and tenderness. Feel free to adjust slightly to your preferred sweetness level. We'll also need 3/4 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder. This is what gives our cake that intense chocolate flavor. Use a high-quality cocoa powder for the best, richest taste. To help our cake rise beautifully, we'll use 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Baking soda reacts with the acidic ingredients to create lift and a light texture. We'll also add 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Baking powder provides a double-acting lift, ensuring a fluffy and even crumb. Don't skip this ingredient. A pinch of salt, specifically 1 to 2 teaspoons, is essential. Salt enhances the other flavors in the cake, bringing out the sweetness and richness. It's a crucial balancing agent. For moisture and tang, we'll use 1 cup of buttermilk. Buttermilk adds a subtle tang and helps to tenderize the cake. If you don't have buttermilk, you can make a substitute. More on that later. We'll also need 1.2 cup of vegetable oil. Oil contributes to the cake's moistness and keeps it soft for days. Use a neutral flavored oil like canola or vegetable. To bind everything together, we'll use 2 large eggs. Eggs provide structure, richness, and moisture. Make sure your eggs are at room temperature for better emulsification. A touch of vanilla extract, specifically 1 teaspoon, adds a warm and inviting flavor. Use pure vanilla extract for the best taste. Imitation vanilla just doesn't compare. Finally, we'll need 1 cup of boiling water. This might seem unusual, but it helps to bloom the cocoa powder and create a deeper chocolate flavor. Don't worry, it won't cook the eggs. Now, let's gather the ingredients for our decadent chocolate frosting. This frosting is the perfect complement to our moist chocolate cake. We'll start with 1 cup, 2 sticks of unsalted butter, softened. Softened butter is crucial for creating a smooth and creamy frosting. Make sure it's not melted, just soft. Next, we'll need 3 cups of powdered sugar. Powdered sugar provides sweetness and structure to the frosting. Sift it before using to avoid lumps. We'll also add 1/2 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder to the frosting. This enhances the chocolate flavor and gives the frosting its rich color. Again, use high-quality cocoa. To achieve the perfect consistency, we'll use 1/4 cup of milk. Milk helps to thin out the frosting and make it spreadable. Add more or less to reach your desired consistency. Finally, we'll add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract to the frosting. This adds a touch of warmth and enhances the other flavors. Pure vanilla extract is always best. Now that we have all our ingredients, let's get baking. Follow these step-by-step instructions to create your perfect chocolate cake. First, let's preheat our oven to 350 degrees, 175 degrees. This ensures that the cake bakes evenly and rises properly. An accurate oven temperature is key. Next, we need to prepare our cake pans. Grease and flour 2 9-inch round cake pans to prevent the cake from sticking. You can also use baking spray with flour. In a large bowl, combine all the dry ingredients. Whisk together the 2 cups of flour, 2 cups of sugar, 3 Tucker 4 cup of cocoa powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1 Tucker 2 teaspoon of salt. In a separate bowl, combine the wet ingredients. Whisk together the 1 cup of buttermilk, 1.2 cup of vegetable oil, 2 large eggs, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Gradually add the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients, mixing until just combined. Be careful not to overmix the batter, as this can result in a tough cake. Slowly pour in the 1 cup of boiling water, stirring until incorporated. The batter will be thin, but don't worry, this is normal. The boiling water helps to bloom the cocoa powder. Pour the batter evenly into the prepared cake pans. Divide the batter equally between the 2 pans for even baking. Bake for 30-35 minutes, or until a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean. Keep a close eye on the cakes to prevent them from overbaking. Let the cakes cool in the pans for 10 minutes before inverting them onto wire racks to cool completely. This prevents the cakes from sticking and allows them to cool evenly. In a large bowl, cream together the 1 cup, 2 sticks, of softened butter and 3 cups of powdered sugar until light and fluffy. This is best done with an electric mixer. Gradually add the 1/2 cup of cocoa powder, 1/4 cup of milk, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, beating until smooth. Adjust the amount of milk to achieve your desired consistency. Once the cakes are completely cool, place 1 layer on a serving plate or cake stand. Frost the bottom layer with half of the frosting, spreading it evenly. Top with the second cake layer and frost the entire cake with the remaining frosting. Get creative with your frosting design. Want to take your chocolate cake to the next level? Here are a few tips and tricks to help you achieve baking perfection. For a richer flavor, use high-quality cocoa powder. The better the cocoa, the more intense the chocolate flavor will be. To prevent the cake from drying out, wrap it tightly in plastic wrap and store it at room temperature for up to 2 days. This will keep it moist and delicious. For an even more intense chocolate flavor, add a tablespoon of espresso powder